Alright, hello, welcome back to more building Castle Sockgorm in Hytale. It is I, Keiko Comics, right here at the heart, and I'm currently contemplating what I'm even doing with my roof here on the castle tower. And honestly, I probably should just restart from scratch. Okay, so let's see. I might actually want to take out that this layer so it can be more properly set down. And what I want to do here is I want there to be, I want it to like, it needs to be able to kind of like roll off and have very few purchase points. So maybe I should have kept the maybe I should have kept this going. So yeah, because I don't want it to get stuck. Whatever, like rain precipitation. It'd probably also snow in the winter pretty hard here. I mean, you know, caught between two mountains, but doesn't mean it still can't be a temperate rainforest of sorts. Thinking. I definitely gotta use that piece. So what I want to do here is go something like this. I think. I don't really want any flat spots. I think if I just go with feels like a nightmare having to allow this out. Because, right, so my difficulty right now is I need it to be like kind of short, you know, not be super widespread. You know, give it a couple meters where it just kind of, you know, more of a not, you know, this you know, yeah, 45-degree angle. And have it have space for let's see. Right, and then I need to actually do like that. Keeping the diagonals and everything. Okay. So let's see. I don't want it to get too tall, but it does need to be somewhat tall. And yeah, it's probably gonna be really tall. More than I want. My range of shape is a little constricted here. Because I need it all to, you know, conform neatly outside for the roof shape. Right. And then it gets steeper closer in. Okay. So we can go like this. When we do the actual like main big roof, it's not going to be anywhere near as hard. I can just do the regular roof blocks, and it'll just kind of work out. Here is just kind of being, you know, a little bit of a pain because of yeah, just geometry stuff, really. So like here is, you know, then you can get actually, you know, crunch down the corners is just kind of agony. Let me just like, okay, so go like this, and yeah, they just won't line up. It's almost like I kind of have to go for and then that just breaks that. Huh. Yeah. Again, I think they are trying to work on roof options. Also just because, yeah, this, you know, isn't working out neatly. I'm kind of forced to go something like this, and that gets in the way of having, you know, gets in the way of making the snow just slide off, because now he's just got a stopping point right there. And I'm aware that they've got, you know, like pointed roofs and everything that they want to have doing, and it just, you know, it's just not here yet. Just not here yet. Alright, so... Okay. Okay. So we can have something like that. There's the other thing I guess one thing I can try. Well, yeah. It just kind of don't really work out, do it? Oh well. Stick with this for now, I guess. But damn. How even would be the optimal thing be? Yeah, something like that currently, which, can't do that with an odd number. Granted, I guess the solution might be like trying to figure out a roof plan where it just kind of... Yeah, no, we just need more roof block stuff that we can work with, or connection or something. Something for connecting the roof blocks like this better. But hey, at least we have roof blocks, right? Well, at least we've got roof blocks at all. Yeah, that's not gonna work out because it auto disconnects the roof if I do it like that. Yeah, I kinda just gotta bite the bullet and go like this until the roofs get expanded. Sadly. Then I can do like, probably just do this and then have the flagpole at the top. Alright, so I'll take, yeah, gotta go for beams now. Doesn't look like there's anything for metal at the moment. Cobblestone brick beam. There we go. And we've got a bunch of wood beams, but I want metal. There's pipes. And then, yeah, storm bark, barnacles, yikes, tree bark, barrels, bark scraper, interesting. Then we got these iron bars, barrier block, no poles at all. I'll just stick with this then, for the time being. Let's see. And yeah, those aren't exactly going to be making flags. Okay, well, that's fine for now. Because main thing now is just getting these towers good and sorted. Okay, that side, that side, that side, and boom. Alright. Drag it on over. Make sure you can get in. And paste. Alt E. Is that about right? R, rotate, and paste. Alt E. R, paste. Boom. But I probably should actually do stuff in the ceiling now that I think about it. So that'll be another bit of copy pasting and everything. Okay, so here, get this. Oh, there goes the Hytale physics again. Full display. Also, my movement speed being a little silly again. Okay, we want to have the beams being supported. Actually, I'll probably do it like here. So it's clearly a wooden structure. Right, I'm gonna want to grab me some of the some of this. Ooh, right. Right, okay. Well, let's make it go. Put it in the corners. Put it in the corners. Because remember, most important thing is like selling the illusion. And we'll do this just to make it so that you don't like, see the wood inside, while still preserving the direction of the log or the beams or whatever. And then let's see. Right, some of that is going to bleed through. Actually, right. I think go ahead and run something like this in here. Because, like, having supports tied to the main supporting force of this part of the structure is kind of important, don't you think? And then, right, we can do some things here, perhaps. Yeah, it might be enough. Actually, might be enough, maybe. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. Let me also just turn off my full bright so I can see the light levels properly. Also, the shaders are just, you know, being a little goofy per usual with the lighting. Okay, right, I will want to actually have external light here. Might be a little tricky though, given, let's see, where can I, what can I do for this? Suppose I could go like, well, that'd be, yeah, it's gonna be risking erosion from the weather and elements, so... I think the best bet might be going like this. Just having it be lights from inside that should shine out a little. Okay, that'll help it a little. At the very least, you're not at immediate risk of stumbling to your death like a... never mind. You're still at risk of stumbling to your death because I forgot to do all the underside stuff. Let me take care of that. So I've got all this, right. Let me get on with this. So we've got, this kind of a setup. So it's, yeah, those two slabs. Well, yeah, let's just make sure we've got all the landmarks and photos. Yeah, that point. Okay, on this side, yeah, it's doing that thing. We've got that. And this. Okay, now we can apply the slabs. Return the slab, or suffer my canal. Oh, it doesn't go that far down. Yeah, it just goes that far. And then once I've got something to place against, all goes into place. Oh right, I gotta figure out what's in that corner again. No, it's just like that, right? Yeah. So I gotta find all those holy corners, I suppose you could say, and just fill them in proper. So that's like, yeah. Yep, because that's, yeah, little slits for rain and arrows to go through. Lines up with the wall nicely. And we can redo my copy paste because of, yeah. Remember kids, finish before you ship it. Alright. Shipping it in the, you know, industrial sense. The you know, having a product. You know what I mean. And that is... okay. I like that they actually have that, you know... shows you where your boundary is. By highlighting, where blocks intersect with it. That is so good, so useful. For just understanding where everything is. When you're copying initially. Boom. Alt E. I'll probably still have to go inside and break a bunch of the smooth stone that I placed. Oops. Not to worry though. Alright. Now we just go in here, make sure all the junk is gone. I mean, you really don't want free-hanging stone in what's supposed to be your relatively light wooden, you know, interior. I should pretty up though later. Because I still got the rest of the actual castle structure to do. Because, you know, the castle is a freaking behemoth and a beast. And even once I get the main, like, all the base structure of the keep done, I still have, the plateau it sits on, the walls containing the plateau, and then Castletown, the walls surrounding Castletown. So, hopefully it shouldn't take me too long. But, oh boy. This is... I mean, this is part of why even the first version of Tale of Sunsword never even got completed release. Was because of just how much scope this is compared to pretty much any other project I've really done, solo speaking. I mean, the Persona 3 data pack, you know, that's also a pretty big scope, but, you know, most of that is, you know, for Persona 3, most of this scope creep was, not even scope creep, it was literally just like, the scope was, you know, big JRPG. I wasn't even gonna try to do social links for that, because that would just be way too much stuff. With a team, I probably could have just gone and done, you know, Tatsumi Port area and everything, Iwatodai, but, you know, I was just trying to get, like, key locations, Tartarus, Shadows, and just a functioning, you know, JRPG game in Minecraft, and, well, even that was biting off more than I could realistically chew, just on the front of, the existing Minecraft overhead. Okay, so now we've got all of this. Oh boy, so let's see what we did here. Right. So we're gonna do proper matriculations. Well, I can probably just like do a section and copy paste it pretty easily. Let me make sure I'm on a wall that's, yeah. Let me do it on this side. And yeah, the roof will go here, but I want to get the internal structuring done first. That way I'm not, like, you know, triple guessing, you know, this or that or whatever. I can just go right in and, you know, no problems there and everything. Alright, so articulations. Go ahead and change the face up here a little bit. Because I'm gonna need this. And we're gonna do it kind of like with the, you know, articulations, crenellations up there. So I'll address that later. And just to be sure, yep. Okay, so it's not as chaotic as it is up there. So that's helpful. Still gonna do like that. And then go like this. Shoot down that way. And yes, the correct term would be shoot, not fire, when you're talking for archery. You know, people more active in the actual like historical field and everything, can give you a better detailed explanation of why. But long and short, I mean, there's no long and short or anything. It's just a matter of like, you know, you did not apply fire to your bow unless you were specifically using incendiary arrows. It wasn't until firearms were like actually more of a mainstay, militarily speaking, that we actually started using the term, you know, saying fire to mean, you know, barrage your enemy with every projectile you've got. Instead of open fire, it was shoot. And I also want to don't want to accidentally grab part of the tower, but should be fine now. There we go. I love me some crenellations. Okay. Go over here, and it's, you know, a similar story. Got the pillar there. But I might actually do it like that. here. And then that. Yeah. That way it would be connected properly. And there we have it. You can still climb up, but it's not gonna be like, you know, anything stupid. I probably shouldn't copy that. Just build it by hand. And then I can copy it. So it was there. Right. This is now that. I've got this here and that here. Oh. Don't forget about your long fall boots. And then we had it like so. Okay. And there we go. Is there a reason why we have crenellations? Well, for this height, I mean, you never know. Like, sure, it's gonna be hard to actually... With these trajectories, it's definitely hard to get an arrow all the way up there. Especially if you can't even see where your arrow is going. Now, with magic... Different story, almost. That said, I do actually intend for the range of the spells to be a lot smaller. So, okay, yeah, having covered this high up, technically speaking, not as big a deal. But, I still think it's kind of important. Okay, so now we go with, so we've got, gonna want to figure out, lighting up here. And where the roof starts. Roof start will be figured out by, like, whatever we do, for all the different floors and everything. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Also, I think I can go ahead and just honestly... You know what? Yeah, no, figure out the actual floor plan down there before I start the next floor and the next floor and the next floor. For now, we want to go ahead and grab this. Get all of that, and all of that. Alt E, R, flip it, E. Okay, needs to get pushed in a little bit more. And it's snug on both ends. Yeah. Alt E, R. And drag it to where I want to go. Everything good? Looks like it. Alt E, R. And that should do. Alright, crenellations are done. So now, let's see, I'm gonna have some other things I'm gonna need to do here, but I can worry about that later. Like having the, entryway, plateau, of course. I think I actually want to, get back to doing the interior now. And that's going to entail what do I want to do with this sort of room here? Well, I've already kind of closed off the corner there, but I can use... Oh... They do not line up. That's probably a problem. So maybe I do make the corners here actually act as ways into the towers, possibly. Another idea would be, well, they just don't connect. So, quick access to the tower is probably a priority number 1. All things considered, so we'll just go and do that. Okie dokie. Higher up than that. What am I doing here? Oh. Right. I mean, if they're supposed to be in the window, then it might be better off just using a half slab. Or... yeah. Sure. Okay, and then we can put that here. Alright. No, it doesn't even need to have, no, right, because I already, you know what? Yeah, whatever. That's a mismatch, isn't it? Nothing to see there? Nope. Nothing at all. And then we can just slot the jewel right above the keystone. And now we have light. And also, this from the walkway. Okay. Now then, so I kind of want this to be a quartering area. Yeah, quartering area. I don't want to just get eaten by the ceiling, thank you. And I'm thinking I might actually just want to go like kind of that sort of a floor plan. Perhaps. So if I can just... Am I? Okay, there. Partition it this way. And then we don't need the pillars in here. Oh yeah, of course. That's gonna be, yeah, punch this out too. Will it be structurally sound? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Hmm. It's a little more open over there, isn't it? Oh well. I've already settled on the shape of everything, so we just gotta live with it. Okay. So that gives us indication of how high things should be. Right. Let's see. It's my time. 35, so I gotta kind of wrap this episode up already. Okay. Yeah. We'll, be back next episode. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.